Exxon Valdez oil spill was a man-made disaster that occurred when Exxon Valdez, an oil tanker owned by the Exxon Shipping Company, spilled 11 million of gallons of crude oil into Alaska's Prince William Sound on March 24, 1989. It was the worst oil spill in the U.S. history until the Deepwater Horizon oil spill in 2010. The Exxon Valdez oil slick covered 1,300 miles of coastline and killed hundreds of thousands of seabirds, otters, seals, and whales. Nearly 30 years later, pockets of crude oil remain in the same location. After the spill, Exxon Valdez returned to the surface under the different name, operating for more than 2 decades as an oil tanker and an ore carrier. On the evening of March 23, 1989, Exxon Valdez left the port of Valdez, Alaska, bound for Long Beach, California, with 53 million gallons of Prudhoe Bay crude oil on board. At 4 minutes after midnight on March 24, the ship struck Bligh Reef, a well-known navigation hazard in Alaska's Prince William Sound. The impact of the collision tore open the ship's hull, causing some 11 million gallons of crude oil to spill in the water. At the time, it was the largest single oil spill in U.S. waters. Initial attempts to contain the oil failed, and in the month that followed, the oil slick spread, eventually covering about 1,300 miles of coastline. Investigators later learned that Joseph Hazelwood, the captain of Exxon Valdez, has been drinking at the time and had allowed an unlicensed third mate to steer the massive ship. In the wake of Exxon Valdez oil spill, the U.S. Congress passed the Oil Pollution Act of 1990, which President George H.W. Bush signed into law that year. The Oil Pollution Act of 1990 increased the penalties for companies responsible for oil spill, required that all oil tankers in the United States water have a double hull. Exxon Valdez was a single-hull tanker, a double-hull design by making it less likely a collision would have oil spill might have prevented Exxon Valdez disaster. Exxon sold the infamous tanker in the 2008 to a Hong Kong-based shipping company. The company converted the old oil tanker to an ore carrier, renaming it the Dongfeng Ocean. In the 2010, the star-crossed ship collided with another bulk carrier in the Yellow Sea and once again severely damaged. The ship was renamed once more after the collision, becoming the Oriental Nicety. The Oriental Nicety was sold for scrap to an Indian company and dismantled in 2012.